in the MCU, which is obviously Thor: The Dark World. Alright, so hammering through these now quite efficiently. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my Twitch stream, description's in the link below if you want to check me out for some awful gaming content. Alright, so Thor: The Dark World come out in 2013. It had a budget, quite a wide range of a budget, this 170 million to 270 million. So, weird. But they gained 644 in the box office. Alright, so Thor: The Dark World is one of the sort of least liked films of the MCU. It's actually one that Chris Hemsworth doesn't even like himself. Alright, even though this is his second sort of solo movie. But actually watching it, it's not too bad. It's interesting to watch the bond between Thor and Loki. I always find it quite interesting. Again, Thor always wants good from Loki. He wants to trust him. He wants him to do well. But Loki has, severe personality defects where he cannot help but lie and deceive. He is, at the end of the day, the god of mischief. It's in his nature. But there's some surprising moments in it where you actually are taken back by how Loki is. The grief of his mother deeply affects him. You really sort of crumbles emotionally with it, which actually aids in the help and assistance with Thor and his plan. So yeah, there is some moments of brotherly bonding and family love between his Loki and his mother and Thor and Odin. So it's really good to see when it's this family's constant conflicts and the constant bonding and emotional moments. So they're always some of the highlights for me when watching Thor's films and the MCU's. Anytime it's with Odin trying to be the All-Father and an inspiring person for obviously his father figure for Thor and Loki, trying to get the best out of everything and everyone and protect the realms. He's just trying to do the best, and obviously everyone has their own incentives. But this film, it's obviously about the Dark Elves. First mention of the Infinity Stones properly, so just calling them bits and bobs. The after credits, they actually do name them Infinity Stones. So we had the Tesseract. Now we've got the Reality Stone, which is obviously in the liquidy sort of gas form as the ether. So we're starting to get the show of it. It's got some pretty cool moments in this film. Thor's all over the spot with his fucking hammer, fighting everyone, trying to fight all the ships, trying to fight all the Dark Elves, trying to fight the super enhanced version of the Dark Elf guy. It's not too bad. Malekith's cool. He's an ancient race, trying to mess shit up because that's what he wants to do. And it's got a bit of the history of why we end up making stuff like Stonehenge and all the other stuff like pyramids, the Mayan temples and stuff, because we had a convergence 5,000 years ago and they found all the merging points and holes and stuff. So it's a bit of a history why we have our ancient structures that we've built is because of this event. And there's some not too bad scenes in this. There's just a lot of I think there's more. It is again quite a lot of chat in this film, but it's all to do with sort of pushing forward that there's things beyond our universe and things were here before us, and it's obviously sort of a hint towards all this reality, infinity stuff. It's not the best film, but it's not a bad film. I really enjoy the character Heimdall all the time. There's quite sad moments when Freya dies. There's very beautiful scene. Obviously the very Viking funeral sort of thing where the ship goes out and the fire arrow is fired for the queen, and then everyone else is afterwards, and then they send the light bulbs up, which obviously they didn't do in the Viking times, but it's their way they do the funeral is obviously the Vikings copied off the Asgardians. It would have been not the Asgardians copy off the Vikings. So it was very nice to see that. Obviously we got to just sort of see how the politics are kind of done, where They do have dungeons. They do keep prisoners. For some reason, they keep the prisoners with full armor, full weapons, fully like geared out. Very, very unprofessional of them. So you really should like strip the prisoners of all their armor. But yeah, it's like I say, it's pretty cool. You instantly forget about the Dark Elves. Second, this film's sort of finished. Apart from, I know Thanos has a couple of Dark Elves, but kind of irrelevant sort of thing. But yeah, that's it. That's my sort of quick thoughts on Thor: The Dark World. So the highlights are just the family of Loki, Thor, Freya, and Odin. That's kind of like what kept the film interesting for me, was everything to do with these and their ups and downs. Okay, that's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.